Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, the 30th of November, 2022, and just looking at news today, we've got a big Friday coming up. We've got NFP Friday. This morning we had the preliminary ADP, non-farm employment change, so that differs from Friday's NFP report. All you need to know is that it's not as impactful than Friday's NFP report. Friday's a biggie. And then we had the preliminary GDP report at 8:30. Okay, with a positive result there. Okay, so the actual was greater than the forecast by 1%, and that's good for the economy. The ADP here is non-farm employment change is down, so there's less people employed. Okay, not as good for the currency. And now we have 10 a.m. we have JOLTS, job openings. Okay, so the number of job openings during the reported month, excluding the farming industry, right? And we are waiting for that report at 10, and then we have another high impact news report at 1:30 p.m. with Powell speaking from the Fed. Just a quick look at the rest of the week. Got a core PCE price index tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. ISM manufacturing PMI at 10. So that's tomorrow on Thursday, December 1st. And then December 2nd we have NFP, really. It's the big boy at 8:30 a.m. So looking forward to seeing how that pushes the market on Friday. But for now, it is Wednesday, and we're going to go to our daily chart. Look at what's happening here. It is holding outside of this bear channel. It's holding outside of the bear market, okay? And it's interesting to look at the moment. We could, again, I'm waiting for some pullback here to this area of demand at 3,300, really. Okay, 3,300. I'm looking for a minimum pullback down there. If it takes off from here, in this area where we're at, I would just go back to buying and be looking for kind of this action taking place, some bullish action resuming, because as I said the previous couple of days, I haven't ever traded the Dow Jones index or the US stock market in a bullish market. I've only been trading it this year. And so it's new territory for me. It's new behavior. For the past year, we've been looking forward to it peaking and then collapsing down, peaking, collapsing down. It was constantly in that bearish momentum, and now we're holding here with the bullish momentum. So just being mindful of that at the moment. You can see here on the daily that we did have quite a big sell-off yesterday, a couple of days ago, and it's still holding here. If we get another big sell-off today, I wouldn't be surprised, or at least into NFP. And there is so much room for it to consolidate here, so much room for it to pull back. We have all this area here where there's, dead air at the moment. So that's the daily chart, pretty straightforward here. Let's go to the 4-hour. And if we look at the 4-hour here, we have a clear break of structure, or close to a break of structure here. It's pulled out, it's holding here at demand 33785, 33700. Okay, strong level of demand at 33700. That's where we're holding right now, in this area. Okay, now as I said yesterday, I need to see like a spike down and then a push back up. If we do get if this is a complex pullback out of this quite strong uptrend, we see that this uptrend is failing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 held, and it's pulled out of that. For a confirmed break of structure, I need to see this come down here, close below 0.4, okay, where demand is in line at 33,100. I need to see it close in this area, okay, for me to feel like it's a significant break of structure. and even a collapse down here to demand at 32,650 would be ideal. So let me just color this correctly. So I'm looking for a break of structure confirmation down here at demand 32500. Alright, demand 32500 would be for me a confirmed break of structure to the downside, and then we could look at a new downtrend forming. That's a possibility. It's just very high at the moment. Very yeah. You know, again, just expecting some kind of downward action. Even though it's popped out, it hasn't gone past 0.3. We haven't had a confirmed bullish break of structure to the upside. For this to confirm this break of structure on this chart, okay, so this break of structure to be confirmed, what I need to see happen is this price to bounce out of here, come up outside of 34,500, and then come back down and rest on top of 34,500 before continuing to the upside. If that happens, then for me that's a confirmed bullish break of structure on the daily, okay, out of this bear market. So that's what I'm looking at for now, seeing and waiting to see if that happens in the 4 hour. But right now, you know, it's like it's pretty high up, so we are slightly bearish on the 4 hour. Going down to the 1 hour looks pretty bearish to me. I wouldn't be saying so if it had shot up here and had pulled back to there, but the fact that it's fallen out again of this 1 hour trend, okay, this 1 hour trend it is falling out of, it's not the most bullish situation right now. Like, it seems to have topped here. I wouldn't be surprised seeing a secondary top maybe around here, and then a collapse back down like this. That kind of action, maybe ranging action through here between 34,500 and 33,800. But right now, what I need to see is what I'm expecting to see is some more downside action. Okay, so I'm expecting to see this kind of thing happen. And with NFP, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this one happen. Okay, well, as we're talking about in the 4 hour, this big collapse down to 32,500 1 hour demand down here. Okay, nice big fat bearish candle, looking for that. Maybe a little spike up first. So a little spike up. The pattern would be spike up at NFP on Friday, and then a collapse down. Okay, this type of action up, spike up, and then down like that. That's kind of what I'm looking for with NFP, which if I had to make a prediction, I would pick that. The other option is a spike down like this. Okay, and then a huge smash to the upside, which would confirm for me is that we're really truly in a bullish market. If NFP shot up like that, you know, I'd be looking to really start riding this bull trend to the upside and get the fear of buying out of my head, because sky would be the limit then. But yeah, so there are two outcomes. I'll get rid of that for now. Two possible outcomes. Interesting to see what comes out. That's the 1 hour. Now if we go down to 1 minute for today, alright, not much volatility happening. How do we know that? Because we are right here in the middle of this river wide. We remember the last few weeks, there's been, even during London, we were crossing this channel. This has not changed. This is not adaptive, and that's how we can tell what we're doing here in regards to volatility. If you have an adaptive volatility bands, like the Bollinger or Keltner channels or whatever, anything that uses an adaptive algorithm in it, like the average true range, what that's doing is it's changing depending on the volatility. And for me, I feel like we can't get an actual gauge of what's happening in the market. We don't understand what's happening in the market. Whereas right now I know that there's not much volatility going on, and yesterday there wasn't much volatility either. It didn't hit the outside of the bands, and we can then adapt our strategy to that. Okay, and now today I would be looking to take trades closer to the inside of the bands as opposed to the black, whereas the other, weeks when we had a lot of volatility, you're looking to trade outside the in the black area. But is the more that you stay with these bands and feel the difference between high volatility and low volatility, you get a real feel for the market and what it's doing, which is hard to do when you've got adaptivity in the bands, okay? Because this would always look the same, and you wouldn't really know what's happening in terms of how much swell there is and whatnot. Yesterday's trade, just to go over yesterday, a nice trade here, right? That was a good one. I took a little bit on this one. I think it was like $1,000. Some of the other guys rode it a bit longer. It's good to ride good trades, and the more we practice our loss protocol, the more confident I'm going to be in you guys, being able to handle yourselves in a loss scenario. Then we can look at taking more profit on these trades. So I'm looking forward to that. If anyone caught the second trade here this yesterday afternoon, I was in trading in the afternoon, but beautiful secondary sell order here, beautiful mean reversion, and basically that's what would have been a beautiful trade right there at supply. Okay, using supply, selling there. Yes, it's just beneath the riverbank, but you just got to use your discretion here. It's a trade I would have taken, okay, because it's a strong supply zone, and the river was flat. Okay, beautiful mean reversion. Hopefully we're getting some more of this action coming back into the market. We've had so much volatility the past month. I'm looking forward to August and September's volatility coming back, and it's just been the beginning of October really until the past 6 weeks have just been crazy in terms of volatility, but we've rode it out, and we should get another 3 months of nice mean reversion coming up. So that was yesterday. The day before that was a nice trade as well, and today looks pretty flat, guys. I wouldn't be expecting too much movement until NFP on Friday. If we get directional moves, get in there and trade. Practice your loss protocol, have fun with it. I don't want any of you guys being afraid of loss. What a beautiful skill to have, to not be afraid of being in a losing position. It's going to be the focus of the first quarter of 2023. And yeah, just getting you guys really rinsed and repeated on making profit here, because once you are confident, you've got a beautiful, beautiful life skill to have, and another method of generating cash flow from your computer anywhere in the world, on top of your job, on top of your businesses. It's just a great thing to have. So let's look at today. We have had the ADP news. Nothing much happened there at 8:30. Just a little blimp. For me, trades are clear as day. Right, look, I've got it here. It looks like another mean reversion day. We haven't had a lot of these for a while, but I would definitely be putting trades in there. Looking for something in that area. Okay, a nice bump out. And up here, if we just pull out our supply zone, we see how well that's getting hit. 10 a.m. JOLTS opening. Look, it's a little low for me here. I would like it to be at the top of the river. I'd see what that does live, to be honest, and just wait. But again, this is the kind of area and zone we're looking at. Okay, again, wait for JOLTS at 10. If there's a huge smash to the upside, let it play out, then put your limit order in. Okay, just have a look at make sure that if you've got news at 10 a.m. watch the news for the first 2 minutes, see how it's reacting to the market. We just want to avoid that, basically, or that. Okay, that's the only thing we're looking to avoid with news. It's just if it's going to smash, it's going to happen in the first minute, and it's going to happen like that. NFP is the highest probability that we're going to get that kind of action, but if you just see some grinding action, throw your limit order in. Okay, you only want to try and avoid that massive 1 minute smash at the open. Okay, and that is it for this morning so far. I'll see what happens at news release, but yeah, nice chill day by the looks of it. Again, don't quote me, you never know, but be prepared, don't be afraid, have fun. That's the second area where we have a major supply. I'd probably be more inclined to put a supply trade and a limit order there, just to be on the safe side. And yeah, just pretty flat here through the river at the moment. See how the river is. There's no real direction right now. Okay, if anything, it's a slight skew to the downside. Okay, be wary of your buy trades as well, because there could be some downward action this morning. I suspect that we would get probably some more push to the downside. And just to go to the next area of demand, let's just pull that out. It's already in there for us. We just grab it, pull it across. It's where our alert level is. Let's see where that lines up. Okay, another area of interest. It lines it directly up with our alerts from yesterday. Leave that there. Okay, if this comes through, hits that, and this trade is open, you've got plenty of time to turn around and get it out when it comes back up there before it continues to the downside. So just be wary and practice your emergency protocols. Okay, and yeah, have a great morning trading. Cheers.